Thank you very much for everyone joining us today for the Innovation Startup Challenge. This is our online meetup where we are going to give you some kind of briefing about the upcoming challenge and what to expect throughout this process. And my name is Kaan. I'm founder of Hackquarters. We've been doing this program in partnership with SOCAR. We are quite excited. And in the start of the event, I just want to give you some kind of house rules, and I want to talk about the agenda today. Before going to the agenda, I'm sure that we have few people who are interested in joining in this program as a startup, and we might have other people like investors or other companies as well. So just for some house rules, relax. Your microphone will not be opened if you are not a panelist in this session. So you can use Q&A parts for asking questions whenever you want. At the end of the session, we are going to have a Q&A session where we are going to address your questions, and some of your questions will be answered throughout the program by our team or SOCAR's valued employees. But just to check, if you want to write something from chat and Q&A, I would be really happy. So I know that it is working right now. I hope you can hear me well as well. I'm seeing one question from Eren, and maybe somebody else also wants to write another question or something from chat. And during the flow of the program, you are going to receive some links from the chat section as well. That might be the program website, that might be the challenges, and also to connect with our speakers today. So let's start with the agenda. After my introduction of overall program, I'm going to invite Hakan Irkut. He is going to have the proper welcome speech from SOCAR's side. And of course, we are going to have detailed structure of this program, what to expect, and the timelines. And also we have some questions internally prepared for you to understand it even better, but feel free to write your questions whenever you want throughout our introduction. And we are going to close it with a Q&A session, and hopefully you will enjoy it. So this program, Wennovation Challenge, SOCAR Wennovation Challenge, is an online open innovation program, and we are welcoming all entrepreneurs, startup founders, and people who are doing great technologies to change the energy industry, which can help us in refineries and petrochemical industries. We do have some topics that we are quite interested in throughout the programs. So the asset management and HSE will be one of them. Energy efficiency and sustainability will be another one of them. We are going to be looking for solutions in refinery and petrochemical operations, and fintech and other opportunities, because even sometimes we are focused on some of the topics, there are always great entrepreneurs who are solving the problems that we don't really see that big right now, but could be a game changer in the industry. So we are going to go to the details of those topics soon enough in our presentation. The program benefit is basically what we call POC, so partnership opportunities with SOCAR Türkiye, which is one of the leading firms in the world in terms of petrochemicals and refinery industry. So it is quite exciting for any startup who wants to grow their business in this region and with a great client as SOCAR. In terms of the timeline, so right now we still have our applications opened. We already received good applications, and if you're an entrepreneur and considering to be a part of this program, please feel free to apply as soon as possible. I think you can find the link in the chat as well. We are going to share it with you. So in order to understand what we are going to have during this program, we wanted to have this meetup. So we are in the second milestone of the program, and in 10 days we are going to close the applications. For the people who are applying, please make sure that you are not going to put anything on your calendar on 15th of February, because we might ask you to join us, and we might have a Q&A session with your startup to see if you're a finalist or not. And we are going to close this event on 2nd of March with the challenge day. So basically, we are going to invite the most promising startups that apply to this program, and we are going to promote you and hopefully start working with maybe one and maybe more than one of you guys. So I see a lot of messages from chat, which is great. Again, just to remind you, you can use the Q&A part of the Zoom for us to answer your questions. But without further ado, I want to introduce Hakan Irgıt, Chief Digital Transformation and Information Officer, SOCAR Türkiye. Hakan Bey, very good. I can see you now. So give me a second. So I will turn off the presentation and I'm going to leave the stage to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kaan. Very shortly, welcome everyone. Getting digital transformation right in resource-heavy industries has always been a challenge. In the last 4 years, during which we have accelerated our digital transformation efforts at great lengths, we have taken steps towards excellence in various functions, supply chain, operations, corporate support functions. Our operational transformation have focused on high yield, low cost, and leveraging data through advanced decision-making processes. But right now, the world's energy systems are undergoing rapid transition, triggered by simultaneous shifts in technological development, regulations, consumer preferences, and investor sentiment. And today, the name of the game is adapting to the shift. We are aware heavy industry companies, including oil and gas, has seldom been the trailblazer of transformation. It is time to challenge the status quo and take the lead for a different approach. We believe the startup ecosystem and the value it creates. We are now ready to change SOCAR Turkey's future and maybe even our industry's future by teaming up with you. What we can all bring to the party will be the essence of our partnership journey. We have deep knowledge of refinery and petrochemical operations and years of know-how of our business and markets. We are also humble enough to recognize we need capabilities, experience, and/or ability to get things done fast enough. This is where the startup ecosystem brings the extra set of skills to the table. This is where we meet. I want to thank you for your participation in advance, and back to you, Kaan.
Hakan Bey, it is quite great for us to have SOCAR as a partner to us as well, because it's a huge industry. And as you said, as you've been using a lot of technologies overall, and in most of the industries, this is what we've seen with digital transformation. And I'm sure that from different countries, there are great people, engineers who are trying to make this industry even more technologically advanced, secure, sustainable. So as a person who's been working with startups for like last 10 years of my life, I want to thank you to SOCAR team as well to give this opportunity to new coming technology companies so they can have the chance to work with a company like SOCAR. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we can actually move with the agenda, and I see some people talking about what to expect from the program itself. So in order to do that, I'm going to ask Burcu Alkan Fincan to join me. She's Transformation Group Director at SOCAR Türkiye. Welcome, Burcu. Nice to have you here.
Hi, nice to be in here as well.
So I'm going to leave the stage to you. So maybe you can answer some of the burning questions that our audience currently have. So good luck with your session, and I'm leaving the stage to you.
Thanks, Kaan. So I would like to first greet everyone. Welcome to our meetup. This is actually our first challenge program, and we are also very excited to have it. I'm hoping to have an effective time on explaining SOCAR Turkey, our targets, and actually what are we hoping to achieve with this challenge program, and answering also your questions. So first, I would like to start by providing some information about our company. SOCAR Turkey is the most prominent industrial holding in Turkey. We are the largest foreign investor with almost $18 billion investments in different sectors. We continue our activities in many industries, primarily petrochemicals, refining, natural gas trades, transmission, and distribution. I also would like to name some of our companies that we have under these business lines. We have petrochemical company, STAR Refinery, SOCAR Storage, SOCAR Energy Trading, Bursa Gaz, Kayseri Gaz Distribution Companies, SOCAR Terminal, Fiber, SOCAR R&D, SOCAR Insurance, and finally TANAP. I also would like to share some figures so you can understand how large is our operations in here. We have 11 million tons of crude oil processing volume and 1.9 million cubic meters of storage capacity. We produce 25% of Turkey's need for processed crude oil products, and this is just our share. STAR Refinery ranked third in Turkey's top 500 industrial enterprises, and we have 5,300 people employed. So after giving some very brief information, I would like to continue with touching the digital transformation vision of SOCAR Turkey. Actually, digital transformation has been one of the cornerstones of the strategic priorities, both SOCAR Global and SOCAR Turkey. When we look at our strategic priorities, we can clearly state that digital transformation, and actually we define it as technology-driven business transformation at here, is not only a radical change that increases the efficiency in all our business processes, but it is also acting as the lever for other strategic building blocks like energy security, business sustainability, and transformation. So we manage the whole journey centrally for our all group companies. We start with ideations, so finding the possible ideas suitable for digital transformation, I can say. And during these ideations, we both focus on tapping the existing improvement areas, business problems, and change needs, as well as we also identify what we can transform, what we can do different than today, better and ready for future by utilizing the technology. So we prioritize each and every idea by checking its alignment with our company strategy. We implement them by utilizing a very strong technology delivery team, which actually has many different skill groups, from data scientists to developers and IT and OT specialists and so on. And we finally, we spent a huge time and effort actually on adapting the technology across the organization, because we know that if our people do not use it, do not utilize it, it's meaningless. So after this digital transformation vision, I would like to also give some examples to you, explaining how we are utilizing technology. Our petrochemical and refining business is the critical one in our portfolio. So I will elaborate my example by explaining some cases in there. So like any other player in this industry, we need to keep the production level at maximum with minimum cost and minimum loss to stay competitive. And this means keeping the production yields high, keeping the quality levels precise. We need to prevent all our unexpected equipment failures under control. We need to keep our shutdown times at minimum. We need to use energy efficiently, not only for financial reasons, but also for sustainability targets. Our operational teams, by the way, are already on this target, and they are working to improve all of these on day-to-day business. But if we can better utilize our plant data to produce more accurate and more to-the-point insights to them, of course, this means much more better results for them as well, and for us as well. And whatever we can automatize, it also turns as an efficiency for our operations. So we are trying to collaborate with our business functions on finding these opportunities and making them live on site. And going through some examples, what kind of technologies we are utilizing currently. We are mostly using advanced analytics, machine learning models to optimize our production yield, control the quality, We consolidate data from thousands of different points at site, from sensors, lab results, operational data sheets, and so on. We use this data to develop AI-based prediction models, optimization models. We are trying to simulate our processes and check how each different scenario can end up on our operation. We develop prediction models where we can monitor the equipment anomalies and generate signals on possible failure times. We utilize image processing analytics technologies to ensure HSE compliance and identify possible incident prevention actions. We utilize drones and other physical robots at our sites to conduct high-risk or high-prep required inspection and detection activities. We use intelligent automation to automate many of our corporate processes where we have high transaction numbers and standard flows and straightforward decision-making mechanisms, I can say. And we utilize mobility technologies, again, at site level to have more data-driven operations, real-time insight-driven, and ensure more correct information flow at site. So these are just few examples on how we are using the new technology currently to transform our business. Yes, this is a very traditional business. It is very complex and hard to take risks, especially when there are new technologies which doesn't have enough proof of utilization. But at our digital transformation approach, we are building a bridge between all these new technologies and their potential users with a proper technology establishment and utilization approach. I also want to note that as a result of all these efforts, Petchem and Star Refinery are two digital lighthouses. They're identified as digital lighthouses by World Economic Forum. So I can say all these efforts are paying. As we are completing our third year of our digital transformation journey, we continue to search different technologies, different solutions. Last year only, we implemented 12 new technologies at sites. These were, of course, at pilot level, but we are trying to also understand how we can enhance them. And we are targeting to enhance these efforts, try more technologies and see if we can really get benefit from them. And here, we actually need a very strong ecosystem that we can be a part of and rely on, because we are aware that we need more skills, more new approaches, new solutions, and so on. In order to have a better reach and manage a more proper workflow with the possible ecosystem players, last year, actually, we established an open innovation platform, an initiative, which is called SOCAR Wennovation Platform. I believe most of you already visited the platform because it's our main bridge between all the ecosystem players and SOCAR Turkey. Through this platform, we are actually aiming to accelerate digital transformation, digital innovation by leveraging partnerships, engaging startups, corporates, and academia on our journey, and to provide an interface where potential partners can easily reach relevant groups and people inside SOCAR Turkey. And again, through this platform, we, as the first time, we started this challenge program to have an open and collaborative approach for building partnerships to solve digital transformation challenges of SOCAR Turkey. We would like to foster digital transformation together with our possible partners that will come out of this program. I want to thank you all for joining us through this journey, and I'm wishing good luck with the process. Kaan?
Burcu, thank you very much. I mean, we know that like SOCAR has a huge ecosystem because it starts with like crude oil processing, then storing and distribution, and all of those different industries basically requires digital transformation, efficiency, sustainability. And I'm quite sure that some of the startups that we've seen so far, they are going to provide good partnerships with SOCAR, so you can grow hand in hand and making sure that we have even better future for us. So thank you very much. It was quite good introduction. You had a lot of things to explain, and now maybe our audience members know what SOCAR is actually capable of. So I'm really looking forward to have some questions in our fireside chat panel. So thank you very much, Burcu, for joining us today. After Burcu's introduction of different opportunities in the SOCAR ecosystem, now we are going to have our fireside panel, because I'm sure that you guys also have some questions, but Uğur Kemal Solak, Digital Transformation Group Coordinator at SOCAR Türkiye, and Duygu Ökeşli, Digital Ecosystem Supervisor at SOCAR Türkiye. Thank you guys for joining me. It's good to have you here. As you know, like we discussed, few questions already, and if you want, you can actually start with like a small introduction as well, Uğur, but my first question will be to you, and maybe I will have a slide to you as well, just to support it, because we talked about different parts of SOCAR and also different areas that we are looking for some answers to. So what are the main topics and how we should understand those topics? Can you help us out? And maybe I should put this on the presentation as well, so it will be easier for you to follow.
Thank you, Kaan. Hi, everyone. Welcome, everybody, to today's session. I'm very happy and excited to be with you. As you said, Kaan, I want to start with the quick introduction of not myself, but my team. Actually, I'm leading the ideation, which is basically use case generation and user experience and ecosystem management teams. It's very important to introduce ourselves, where we are located in our digital transformation organization, because as a team, we will be your partner, actually the startup's partner, and the first contact point for their journey, for your journey in SOCAR, from starting point to the end of the delivery, even maybe for the most of the cases after the delivery, in the maintenance and monitoring period of your products. In summary, we will be your partner, and you will not be alone in SOCAR. We will be your representative in the SOCAR. So for an answer to your question, as Burcu mentioned, we have a long story in our digital transformation journey with many good experiences. Actually, I want to repeat it again, with many good experiences and some lessons learned, which shaped our expectation from third parties and startups. In the light of these experiences, we shaped the topics of this challenge program. In this challenge program, we will be focusing on 4 major domains. First of them is our core operations. We have complicated chemical processes in our refinery and petrochemical sites, and we work on how to improve and optimize these processes. For sure, with the help of the digital tools, especially as Burcu mentioned, with the advanced analytics. We are welcoming the startups which are focusing on real-time optimization of chemical processes and pool optimization, and we are welcoming them to apply this challenge program. On the other hand, in order to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of our field workers, we are always looking for digitization and automation solutions, increasing the use of mobile devices, the possibilities to increase the use of mobile devices, different applications of new technologies such as AR, augmented reality, virtual reality, real-time locating system solutions, robots, drones for inspection purposes or any other purposes. But I need to highlight one thing at this point. We are not looking for just cool gadgets. We are looking for user-friendly, effective solutions. The second domain that I want to mention is the asset management. Asset management is mainly responsible for keeping all our assets, motors, equipments, heat exchangers, any other equipments running properly. This domain has some use cases addressed with common technologies, which I have mentioned in the first bullet, such as drones, AR, VR, mobility devices, wearables. But in addition to this, in this domain, another focus is building the predictive maintenance and anomaly detection models. If you have such models which are addressing the failure modes of any equipment in our field, I can strongly recommend you to apply this challenge program. Another domain is energy efficiency and sustainability. Because of the nature of our operations, we are using huge amount of energy in different forms. We are ready to collaborate with you, with startups, in order to increase our efficiency, our energy efficiency, decrease our emissions, and for cleaner production, we are digital solutions. The last domain that we are focusing in this context is our supporting function, finance, HR, and others. We are always looking for digital solutions which will improve our processes in these domains, improve our user experience, actually not just for current workers, but also for new candidates or for our open positions. Frankly speaking, we are jealous of B2C industries in financial technologies. They are doing really good in their job, and they are using digital technologies very well. And we are ready to discover such good applications which are suitable for B2B domain as well for our industry. For more details, it may not be enough to explain these topics in a couple of minutes. For more details, you can visit our website or contact with Hackquarters or us directly, or please write your question into the Q&A part of this session. At the end of the session, we will answer them. Thank you, Kaan.
Thank you. I mean, it is a big thing to tackle, because basically we are looking for all promising startups, from big data to potential fintech solutions, then to sustainability and decarbonization on a digital level. So as you said, for all of the people who are listening to us, which is more than 120, I would be really happy. I mean, if they have an idea of how can they work with SOCAR, and if it's not represented even here, just feel free to apply, because trust me, Uğur, Duygu, they are taking care of all the applications really carefully. So we are going to talk about that, and maybe now I can have the full screen for our speakers, and I want to continue with you, Duygu, because this is what we just talked. So what is going to happen? Can you talk about the process? I mentioned a few of the timeline things, but still, would you like to tell us what's going to wait for our startups in this process?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Kaan, for the introduction and this great question. Well, according to your question, SOCAR Challenge program was announced on 5th of January and to be closed on 5th of February. For 1 month, during 1 month, we are accepting applications from startups all around the world who have digital solutions for our challenges. By the way, let me remind you that only 10 days left for applications to close. After application period ends, all submissions will be reviewed by our digital transformation team to select top 20 startups for pre-selection day, which will be held on 15th of February. In the scope of pre-selection day, 20 selected startups make presentation to our digital team. It would be told as a semi-final that 10 startups out of 20 to be qualified to the challenge day. Well, actually, I can't wait to hear about digital solutions of startups on challenge day. To join the program, all you have to do is to fill out and submit the application form by clicking Apply Now button in our program website. It will take about 7 minutes. Then applicants will receive a confirmation email. Yeah, we're waiting for your applications if you haven't applied yet. Yeah, that's what
I mean, I think some of the startups are quite familiar with the structure. So I'm hoping that it will not even take like 7 minutes, because the questions that we are trying to ask from them is quite kind of like obvious. So hopefully they will even finish that even quicker. But let's talk about startups a little bit more. So what would be the best candidate startups, like eligibility wise? Like what kind of startups we are looking for these partnerships?
Okay, fine. First of all the solutions of startups must be digital and related to our challenge topics. Especially, I'd like to emphasize this issue since we gotten already some applications which are not relating to our challenge topics. Secondly, startups all around the world can apply this program. It doesn't where the startup is located or established, doesn't matter. In addition, we accept applications from startups they have passed the prototype level and have ready-to-use products or services. Moreover, I'd like to answer this question as I have received it several times. Can startups that we have met before also apply the program? Yes, you can, if there are some updates on their products. Besides, the startups we are currently in collaboration with can also apply if they want to offer different digital solutions.
I mean, as you know, like startups evolve. So maybe some of the startups that you meet previously might have pivoted to new services. They have updated their solutions, or maybe they have better use cases. So I don't see any reason why they shouldn't apply anyways. So it will be good for them. And to be honest, like, of course, this is really good for them to work with like SOCAR Türkiye, but also even probably for this event, we do have a lot of like investors, people from other places. So it will give good visibility for the startups when they go to the finalist page, the stage. So for that, I also want to ask, like, because at the end, we are going to end up with some 10 maybe startups for the challenge day. So how are we going to evaluate all the startups who are applying for our program?
Thank you. Well, after all submissions are reviewed by our digital team, and after the pre-selection day, 10 startups will qualify for the challenge day. And then selected 10 startups will make a 5-minute presentation to juries about their digital solutions. If you ask who will be the juries, and I can say that the industry leaders whose expertise are related to our challenge topics, and of course, executives of SOCAR Turkey will take their place. The challenge day will take place online and open to the public. Actually, it can be seen as an opportunity for startups to promote their digital solutions to a target audience as well. And also, I'd like to point out that it's possible to collaborate with all 10 finalists, as well as just one startup in challenge day. It's very important, I think. And as I mentioned before, the startups that meet following criteria are likely to be selected. First of all, the startups that offer industry-specific digital solution. Second one is the startups that solve digital problems in an innovative way. And the third one, the startups that have ready-to-use products or services. After all, collaboration process will begin with the selected startups, I mean, with POC stage. Yeah, that's
I also got the same question from the chat as well, but it was the evaluation criteria, and it is always nice, right? So it is not a kind of competition. Basically, if we can have like 10 companies who can work with SOCAR in different verticals, that's perfect. So even though people are kind of competing with each other just to be finalists or the one to be selected by SOCAR, we don't have any kind of limitations, which is a great thing. And secondly, I think most of the startups that are listening to us today or applying to this program knows that B2B sales is quite tough. You need to build your credentials. The big companies need to trust you. And especially in industries like yours, it is quite tough. It is well defined. There are so many different levels of procurement requirement, but I think this kind of warm introduction to SOCAR relevant teams would be the key to become a partner for SOCAR Türkiye. So we talked about this partnerships, and I want to go deep with what we can expect actually. So Uğur, would you like to talk about the benefits of the startups who would be being selected, or a POC?
Sure. As Duygu summarized, our juries will select the startups that we will be partner with in the short run. The word partner is very critical at this part. I know, and maybe everybody wants to learn what is the definition for the partner with SOCAR, partnering with SOCAR, or collaborating with SOCAR. In the short run, we are aiming to start a pilot or POC study with the selected startup. This is what we are planning to do just after our challenge program end. Actually, after our final day, we will start to plan these pilots and POCs together. I know it's very important for startups that actually I need to say this, that we are planning paid studies. These pilots and POCs will be paid studies. For sure, we hope to start a long-term journey for full projects in those companies, with those companies in the following days. And we can build different opportunities as well, like improving their products, building products together, or something else. However, we are trying to find collaboration opportunities, and we are open all of these alternatives, opportunities, and we will start to discuss all of these opportunities just after the final day. I need to highlight one point at this point actually. Today we are not discussing the investment opportunities. Today we are discussing to collaborate with these companies around our problem, around one of our problems actually. So with this challenge, we are looking for partners such as Bren. I am using this name because today we are together with Çınar from Bren. He's the CEO of a very successful company, Bren. We have been working with Bren for more than 6 months, and he will summarize his experiences with us actually. Let's listen if we are good or not, maybe. Çınar, the stage is yours.
Yeah, welcome, Çınar.
Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I'm glad to be here again. I am the CEO of the Bren Power Company, which is headquartered in Turkey, but we have a sales office in Dubai, United States, and Poland, and working with more than 30 companies around the world. So what we are doing, as you know, the various manufacturing industries, such as SOCAR, are actively utilizing the well-known resource, steam technology, for heating, communication, or electrical generation, by burning the natural gas, coal, or biomass. So this resource prices has risen significantly, and plus Bren has successfully monitored steam pipelines using AI-powered cloud platform to perform predictive and preventive maintenance for critical equipment, such as steam trap and valve failures and ETS leakage situation. And we have combined with innovative technology that also we are using the self-powered sensor technology, which that replaces energy our need for to steam of through lines. We actually make a into IoT for manufacturing industry, such as refineries, power plants, and beverage, textile industry as well. So far, has saved clients almost $5 million in energy costs, avoided 9,000 of the emission per year sustainable.
Çınar, I think your voice is breaking, right? Is it me or is it for everyone? Your internet connection might not be that stable. Maybe you can just maybe just tell us last 1 minute. Again,
okay.
Just in case.
Okay, so that. Yeah. Okay, do you hear that? I think now.
I mean, your voice is breaking. This is the only thing, but you were giving the examples of why SOCAR needed this kind of solution for their sensory level information.
Okay. So, the platforms are trying to bring together startups and potential clients. And so, YASETSE, which is actually making this effort as the International Investment Association in a commercial capacity, offered us the SOCAR digital transformation team. And so, if after the pitching to SOCAR, we realized that particularly in line with the suggestion of the digital transformation team, many challenges, such as finding the right person, decision maker in related departments, are being solved, and we felt more comfortable. So not only thinking in point of the communication, but we felt confident because of the management team is following closely the whole project and its outcomes. Throughout the right step, we visited the fields and for better engagement with maintenance team. And after figuring out the pain points, we confirmed the requirement and launched the project. Adding to this, it was quite probable that the project fit SOCAR needs and having the ability to monitor critical steam trap without making modernization on the pipeline. And it was amazing for them to implement. The POC was successfully launched by Bren and with SOCAR team. And so they allow us to save more energy while lowering its carbon footprint and downtime costs through the real-time monitoring of steam traps and its failures. So in line with suggestion again, so we are targeting to save energy more than the $2 million and avoiding the 3,000 carbon emission per year. I would like to thank you again, all the SOCAR talented team and digital transformation and IT and maintenance team helped us to launch this POC. I am so actually thankful for this. And so I wish all the startups benefit from the SOCAR experience.
Thank you very much, Nash. I mean, to be honest, when we have a corporate with a startup that they do POCs with or partnerships, and when the startups are smiling, I'm really happy because it is a long journey, I know, like from procurement to everything. So it shows something. So I'm quite hopeful for the new startups that we are going to have from Wennovation Startup Challenge. And thanks for being with us. Uğur, Duygu, if you want, we can actually move forward with the Q&A session. So now we have some time. We have already received some questions. To be honest, I think we answered some of them as well, but let's see from the chat section and also the Q&A session, what can we answer? And I think I just one of them, like it was about the POCs, and now we had Çınar, and Uğur also mentioned what to expect from the POC. So it is going to be a project where people are going to be coming up with a solution. And when SOCAR is actually saying yes, it will start as a small concept and hopefully it will roll out to all SOCAR Türkiye and other operations. So for the other questions, would you like to answer anything? I think one of them could be kind of easy to answer, like, is there any claims on IP? Because this is not a research and development project. So yeah. Bren was there, like Çınar, they have their own solution. So that would be their own solution anyhow. And they will be ideally your partner, maybe you will be their client. So would you like to add anything to that?
No, at this point, yeah, you are right. We have no any problems, such kind of problem. Yeah. We are the customers of the startups. Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
We don't have any IP-related claims regarding their digital solutions.
Yeah, we have
in my answer. One of the answer, I said if we decide to build products together by collaborating, for example, special for oil and gas industry, we can discuss, but not today's discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in time, you can definitely have joint ventures or new kind of businesses to develop with startups or any other company. So I think it is a discussion for another day. So there is one more, like, Ipek asks, what do you expect from VR? Can you explain a little bit more on VR solutions?
Actually, I was expecting this question, and I'm happy to have a chance to answer this question, because we have a couple of maybe more than 3 or 4 different types of AR VR glasses here in my desk. On my desk, they are waiting. So I don't want any solution. Actually, we don't want any solution that we will use just one time and then we will not insert the solution into our processes, real processes, field processes, and it will die. We do not want such solution. We want to look for real applications of such technologies in the field, and we are really ready to listen such real applications.
Mm-hmm. I think AR would be also another domain in terms of like vision. And when we are talking about vision, there's another question from Bülent. Maybe I've missed, but I joined late. Machine vision startup, like would it be a good fit for SOCAR challenges? So
for sure. Currently, actually, we are working with another startup. Today, Bülent is with us, but there may be some others as well. We are currently working with Intense for HSE-related machine learning models. We are trying to improve our health, safety, environment cases, HSE cases in the field. So we are now working, and we are open to work in other companies as well in this domain.
Yeah. I think this day is kind of like enlightening for people, because they need to understand what kind of data processes you guys have, because it's sometimes not that clear from the outside. So maybe it would be really good when they apply, because when we are going to do the smaller jury, we are going to talk about the cases. So they will still have some time to come up with the real POC along with their company. So maybe the way to go would be that. There is another question from Singapore. Danny is saying that we don't call ourselves a startup, but we do have a lot of range of robots that can clean tanks. Do I qualify? And thank you. I think that part, like startup, we are using startup just to make sure that we are inclusive. So if your company is quite tech oriented, if it's innovative, I think that should qualify, right?
Yeah, definitely. We are looking for such applications, actually, such use cases. We will be really happy to hear from them.
Sounds good. So I'm moving on. Diego is asking, have you ever already integrated blockchain in your business model? So because we do have those kind of things in the challenge session, would you like to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah,
if it's public, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, we have been studying different use cases in blockchain. However, we could not find a real application in our daily life, in our processes for blockchain use cases. If they believe they have such use cases, let's collaborate.
When we were talking about robots, we do have other questions as well, like what kind of robots do you need in refinery field? Like you mentioned, like drones is one of the things that checks up on like physical damages or anything else, but maybe if you can give a few more examples of use cases of robots or ideal use cases, that would be good.
Actually, robots are ideal, can be used for inspection purposes. In the field, we have a huge, actually semi-island. There is a huge area that we need to control, inspect. So robots, for most of the cases in our industry, are used for inspection purposes. It can be very different inspections. It can be visual inspection, or it can be gas detection, or it can be steam detection or something else, or it can be used for controlling if the people are in the right location or not, because there are some dangerous areas in our field, or maybe I cannot imagine most of the cases. Yes, this type of cases is very suitable for robots and drones in our industry.
And we have two questions from Roj from Pakistan. The first one is about the challenge day itself. So it is going to be online, so they don't need to travel. So he just wanted to make sure that that was clear. And if anything in process, maybe if they're selected, I think when POC is kind of budgeted, maybe that might include some kind of travel, or if they're going to get paid, they can actually do their travels themselves, I'm sure. So it will be, I think, nice. If you want to add anything, Ur, that makes sense.
Actually, no. Yeah, as SOCAR, we are looking for really good, innovative solutions that which is solving our one of our problems. So we will be trying to collaborate with those companies as we are collaborating with the huge companies such as Microsoft, such as the other big companies. So being startup will not be different than being big company in our cases and in this challenge program.
And also another question is on 3D printing, because we mentioned about like critical parts being printed on the refinery. So they were just asking what kind of materials you are actually looking for to be 3D printed. Maybe this is what their business is all about. So do you have any kind of
we are really interested in 3D printing, and two perspectives. One is maybe we are a petrochemical company, and for 3D printing for plastic part, people are using filaments, so we may be interested in those parts. But today we are discussing for spare part to produce the spare part, manufacture spare parts with 3D printers. Actually, we are expecting some answer from startups for this specific question, because it depends on the 3D printer itself and the filaments is used. So actually, we don't know the answer which spare part can be manufactured with which type of 3D printer. So we are trying to match these two things, and we want their help to answer this question.
Yeah. I mean, sounds good. Probably you will use different range of products anyway, because of the use cases in the refinery. Some would be different than the others. We had another question from Saad Riaz. He's asking about digital twin projects. Would it be relevant to this because of HSE or reduction in cost for the operational reasons? So maybe digital twin is something that you are also considering.
For sure. But we need to first discuss the definition of the digital twin and that specific company, because some companies define digital twin in a very specific domain or in a specific way. So yes, any kind of digital twins is under our focus.
Okay, so basically what we are saying is we need to understand what kind of use cases of digital twin will be beneficial. So the methodology is good, but we need to understand the use case. So if SOCAR Turkey can work it or not. There is one more question about robots as well. Must robots be ATEX X-proof? I don't know what ATEX is. Maybe it's
I know.
Yeah.
For example, for brain case, yes, it was required, something required for the sensors. For some of the cases, yes, we need ATEX certification. But for some of the cases, no. If we run the robot in a very critical area in the field, which requires ATEX certificates, yes, most of the cases, yes. But for example, for security reasons, if we will use the robots around our fields, our sites, so it may not be required.
I mean, we are getting really at the close of our session. I think our team is going to share a feedback form. I would be really happy for our audience members to fill it out. It will take 1 minute and it will improve our upcoming sessions, and maybe you can add some questions there to be answered. So thank you from now, just for that reason. So would you like to have anything else to add? Like you can also check, we do have a few more questions, but I think it is the end of time. So if you would like to add something like final remarks to our audience members, what would you like to say?
First of all, thank you very much to everybody to join this session. Thank you very much for them. Thank you for their question. If we cannot answer all of them, we will try to reach out them and answer their question. And for the following days, if they have some questions, we will be really, really happy to answer these questions, even if they feel, if they think they are working in another industry, but if they want to understand if their solution can work for oil and gas, let's discuss this. In the following 2 weeks, we are ready to discuss all of those.
Sounds good. Duygu, would you like to add anything else?
Just fill out our application form. I'm waiting for your all submissions. Yeah, can't wait to hearing all your digital solutions on our challenge day.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right, because this is at the end sometimes co-creation. Basically, they have some solutions. Maybe they haven't tried an oil and gas yet, but they don't know the industry, and you are quite open to talk about the problems, what you see as trends. So I think it's the best opportunity to apply and start conversation. Even if they are not the finalists, I'm quite sure that some of the companies will have a relationship with SOCAR in the coming months. So thank you very much. I'm really, really happy to have you today. I hope this sheds some light on some of the burning questions that our audience members have. Burcu, welcome back. It was really nice to have you. Hopefully we will send this video to our audience as well, because some people joined early, some people joined late, so maybe there are things that they missed out. But again, just to remind everyone, if you are interested in being a partner for SOCAR, feel free to apply and ask your questions digitally. We are happy to answer those questions. Burcu, would you like to add anything else while we are closing?
I also would like to thank everybody for joining. We are really open for new solutions, new approaches, new technologies. So whatever you can think might be applicable for us, please reach us. We'll be happy to investigate together.
Sounds good. And sorry for the questions that we couldn't answer just yet. Hopefully we will come back to them as soon as possible. And have a great day, and looking forward to see you on the our jury day. So take care, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.